design and analysis of algorithm in this divide and conquer technique. The next concept is finding the maximum and minimum. That is, in a given set of n elements we have to find the maximum element and the minimum element. So the problem is to find the maximum and minimum items in a set of n elements. Here we are going to discuss two approaches. That is, one is straightforward max-min algorithm that requires 2 to the power of n minus 1 element comparison in the best, average and the worst case. So here straightforward approach means just compare the values present in the given list, then find the maximum and minimum element. So here we have an example of items here, elements here. So among these elements, minus 8 is the minimum element and 60 is the maximum element. That is what we have to do using the maximum and minimum algorithm. So this is the straightforward max-min algorithm. Here we are passing a set of n elements. N is the number of elements, and max and min, it will hold the maximum and minimum element at the end. So max is equal to min is equal to a of 1. This is the initial statement we are assigning. That is, we don't know which one is maximum and which one is minimum in the beginning. So just assign the first element itself as maximum and minimum element. Then keep on comparing. That is, I is equal to 2 to n. For each value of I, compare with the maximum element. If it is maximum, a of I is maximum, then assign max to a of I. If a of I is minimum, then assign it to minimum. So here we need 2 to the power of 2n minus 1 comparison. Reason is, here we are comparing for both the cases. That is, we are comparing for max also, we are comparing for min also. We can reduce it to one number of comparison inside the for loop by altering this as below. That is, if the value is maximum, don't check for the minimum. If value is maximum, it cannot be minimum. So don't check for minimum. So a of I is greater than max, then assign it to max. So max is equal to a of I. If it is not maximum, then only check for the minimum. That is else if. So else if a of I is less than minimum, then assign it to minimum. So we can reduce one comparison inside the loop. So instead of giving if and if, both if, we can give one if and another one is else if. If one condition is true, it will not go for the second condition. That is the concept. But this is not divide and conquer approach. This is straightforward maximum and minimum element. So here this is divide and conquer approach. We are passing the array A of 1 to n. Here we are not passing, it's a global array. And then ij is for checking which one is maximum and which one is minimum. Then largest and smallest value will be stored in max and min respectively. So here divide and conquer approach works like it will divide the entire array into two halves and then it will search in both the halves. So compare in both the halves, and when the problem gets smaller, that is when we have one element or two element, it will compare the values and it will assign the value. This is the recursive algorithm for finding maximum and minimum. So here I have taken the same example as in the first slide, and then here we have a tree for recursive calls. So here if I is equal to j, that means if we have only one element in the array or in the list which we are passing, then max is equal to min is equal to same value, because we have only one element. So assign that element to max also, min also, that is it is small of p. Another case of small of p is if we have only two elements. If we have only two elements, then that is if I is equal to j minus 1, that is I value is 3 for example, and j value is 4 minus 1 which is equal to 3. So that means we have two values. When we have two values it works. If a of I is less than a of j, that means a of I is minimum. A of I is equal to minimum is equal to a of I and maximum is equal to a of j. Else minimum is equal to a of j and maximum is equal to a of I. That is when we have two elements in the list. So these two are the smallest problem. That is when we have single element or when we have two elements in the list. If p is not small, then we have to divide it into subproblems. So find where we have to divide. So find the middle element. Mid is equal to I plus j divided by 2. Then again apply this max min for the two lists which we have divided. One is up to mid and another one is from mid to the end. That is max min I comma mid. From the beginning to mid find the value of max and min, then maximum minimum mid plus 1 to j, max 1 and min 1. Then once we get the value of max min in the first half of the array, max 1 min 1 in the second half of the array, again combine the solution by comparing these values. That is if max is less than max 1, then max 1 is greater. If min is greater than min 1, then min 1 is lesser. So maximum becomes max 1 and minimum becomes min 1. So at the end, that is when we have single elements, when the array becomes single element or when the array becomes the values with array with the two elements, then we can find the solution. So here let us consider this example. So we have 22, 13, 15, minus 8, 15, 60, 17, 31 and 47, 9 elements we have. So initially I value is equal to 1 and j value is equal to 9. So it is when we call this function in the beginning, I is not equal to j and I don't have two elements, it has 9 elements. So it will come to the else part. In the else part the array will be divided. Mid is equal to I plus j divided by 2. I value is 1, j value is 9, 1 plus 9 by 2. So mid value becomes 5. So 1 to 5 is one array and 6 to 9 is another array. So it will call max min with 1, 5 and 6, 9 again, and then again when we call with 1 and 5, this will be called first. So when we call with 1 and 5, again it will call the max and min function. We don't have single element or we don't have two elements here. Again we have 5 elements, that is 1 to 5. Again the array will be divided. 1 plus 5 divided by 2 which is equal to 3. So 1 to 3 one array, 4 to 5 another array. You can see in the, you can notice this in the tree of recursive call mentioned here. So 1 to 3 one array, 4 to 5 another array. So for 1 to 3 again we have 3 elements. So it is not equal to one element or not equal to two elements. So it will again divide the array into two halves, 1 and 2, that is 1 plus 3 divided by 2. So we'll get the value as 2. So up to 2, 1, 2 is one array and 3 is another array. So now we have two small problems. First this will be solved. First max min will be called with this, it will be solved. So we have two arrays now. In the first array we have two elements, that is subscript 1 and subscript 2, index 1 and index 2. We have 22 and 13. Among 22 and 13, 22 is greater than 13, so 22 is the maximum value and 13 is the minimum value that will be assigned to max and min, that is with the two values here. And here again max min will be called with this. When we call with this, it is having single element, that is in the position 3, so minus 5 and minus 5 will be minus 5 will be the maximum value and minus 5 will be the minimum value, that is with the first case small of p, I is equal to j, so it will assign minus 5 and minus 5. This will continue for the remaining array also. We will discuss the tree of recursive calls in the next slide. So here we have got 22 and 13 in this case and minus 5 and minus 5 in this case. So these two solution will be combined now for this. So 22 is the maximum element and minus 5 is the max one element. Among 22 and minus 1, 22 is max, so max will get the value 22, and 13 is the minimum element and minimum one will be minus 5. So minus 5 is the minimum element that will be assigned in this. So 22 and minus 5 for this call. Then again we have 4 and 5 in this case. Fourth element is minus 8 and fifth element is minus 15. So here it's a small problem. So with the two values, so minus 8 is lesser than 15. So minus 8 will be assigned to min and 15 will be assigned to max. So max value is 15, min value is minus 8. Again these two will be combined in its parent node. So 22 and 15 will be compared. 22 is greater than 15, so max becomes 22. Minus 5 and minus 8 will be compared. Minus 8 is minimum lesser, so minus 8 will be assigned as minimum value. Then again it will go to the next part. Here in the second half we have 6 and 9. 6 and 9 will be divided again, because 6, 7, 8 and 9 we don't have one value or two values, we have four values. So 6 plus 9 which is equal to 15, 15 divided by 2 which is equal to 7. So 6 to 7 one array, 8 to 9 another array, it will be divided, and again it will be again with these values it will call the max min. So 6 and 7 we have two values, so it's a small problem. So 60 and 17, that is 6th item and 7th item will be compared. 60 is greater than 17, so max will get the value 60 and min will get the value 17. And next half of the array, that is 8 and 9, again it's the smallest problem. So 31 and 47 will be compared. 31 is lesser than 47, so min will get the value 31 and max will get the value 47. These two will be combined in its parent node. 60 and 47 will be compared. 60 is greater than 47, so 60 will be considered as the maximum element, and 17 and 31 will be compared. 17 is lesser than 31, so minimum will be considered as 17. Again this fifth node and eighth node will be compared and it will create a root node, that is ninth node. So here 22 and 60 will be compared. 60 is greater than 22, so max will be having the value 60. Minus 8 and 17 will be compared. Minus 8 is lesser than 17, so minus 8 will get the minimum will get the value minus 8. So max is equal to 60 and min is equal to minus 8. And the node numbers which we have given, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9, it's the order in which max min values are assigned in the nodes according to the recursive call. So in the reverse order we can, if we consider the reverse order, that is the order of recursive calls made in the beginning. So this is how we can get the recurrence relation here. We know that for divide and conquer, the array will be divided into two halves. So here 2 halves you can notice in this formula. T of n is equal to T of n by 2 plus T of n by 2, and then plus 2 is for the comparison which we make in the beginning. That is when we have one element and when we have two elements, for both we need two comparisons. So for that it is plus 2. So T of n by 2 plus T of n by 2 I can consider it as 2 into T of n by 2 plus 2. To solve, that is when n greater than 2, only one number of comparison when n is equal to 2 and on 0 number of comparison when n is equal to 1. For n is equal to 1 we need not to compare anything, we have to assign the value, so we can consider it as 0. But here when we have n greater than 2 we have to check for the first condition also, second condition also, then only it will go for the else part. So it is plus 2 we have to add here. Then T of n is equal to, this is how it is solved. T of n is equal to 2 into T of n by 2 plus 2. We have to put n is equal to 2 to the power of k, because we have here the array is getting divided. So to solve this easily we can put n is equal to 2 to the power of k. Then it becomes T of 2 to the power of k, which is equal to 2 into T of 2 to the power of k divided by 2 plus 2, which is nothing but 2 into T of 2 to the power of k minus 1 plus 2. Then in place of T of 2 to the power of k, substitute T of 2 to the power of k minus 2 into T of 2 to the power of k minus 2 plus 2. Then in place of T of 2 to the power of k minus 2, put 2 into T of 2 to the power of k minus 3 plus 3. That is nothing but backward substitution method. Apply this. So when we substitute this, here we can notice 2 into 2, 2 square, T into 2 to the power of k minus 2 plus 2 square plus 2. Then again apply this for the T of 2 to the power of k minus 2. So here 2 square into 2, 2 cube, T of 2 to the power of k minus 3, then plus 2 cube plus 2 square plus 2 from the previous values. So this will get, then in general for I can write 2 to the power, that is if we keep on continuing this calculation, we can put right for I. So 2 to the power of I, T of 2 to the power of k minus I plus 2 to the power of I plus 2 to the power of I minus 1, so on up to 2. So for the for getting the formula I am adding plus 1 and minus 1 here, so that we can get 2 to the power of 0 also. This is 2 to the power of 1, this is 2 to the power of 0, then minus 1. So 2 to the power of I, T of 2 to the power of k minus I plus, here that is when we add the powers of 2 up to I values, it will be 2 to the power of I plus 1 minus 1, extra minus 1 I have added here, so it is minus 1 again. That is 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2, so on up to 2 to the power of I will be equal to 2 to the power of I plus 1 minus 1. So here minus 1, another minus 1 extra we have taken here, so that is minus 1 here. Then put I is equal to k minus 1 to get the initial condition. That is when T of n is equal to, that is when n is equal to 2, we need one number of comparison. So to get that value 1, I am putting I is equal to k minus 1. So 2 to the power of k into T of 2 to the power of k minus 1 plus 1 plus 2 to the power of k minus 1. Here minus 1 and minus 1, which becomes minus 2. Then 2 to the power of k into T of 2. T of 2 is equal to 1. Then plus 2 to the power of k minus 1 minus 2. When we solve this, 2 to the power of k into 1, 2 to the power of k plus 2 to the power of k minus 1 I have written as 2 to the power of k divided by 2 minus 2. That is just to put the value n in place of 2 to the power of k, I have taken like this. Then when we take 2 to the power of k in common, 1 plus 1 divided by 2, when we take LCM it becomes 3n divided by 2 minus 2. So we can notice here we need 3n divided by 2 number of comparisons for divide and conquer technique. When we use the straightforward method, we need 2 to the power of n minus 1 number of comparison. So here it is getting reduced, it becomes 3n divided by 2 minus 2. This is divide and finding maximum and minimum element for the given array. using divide and conquer technique.